Salvete, Mr. Toza here. Hope you had a good weekend. Here is mini unit number 5, words related to the calendar. Here's an announcement that you probably saw on Instagram or Facebook. Principal HD is going to be checking to see who's completing the Google Classroom assignments, and you have a chance to win some cash. And so I'll be sending her the names of people who are completing the Latin 2 assignments. You can always turn in the assignments in Google Classroom with no penalty, and so you can get those done whenever you like. And mini units number 1 and 2 don't have videos, but all the other ones have these narration videos, and so if you're having trouble with the slideshows, you can take a look at those. Here's looking at yesterday's poll. Today we're going to be looking at inventions, although it looks like it was a closer split this time. And one of the inventions the Romans made was the calendar. It looks like less than a fourth of you are looking at these videos themselves, but I'll keep making them just because they seem to be useful for some of you, and I might sneak in my dog somewhere if you keep up with these videos. Today's objectives is to learn where the calendar comes from and learn the origin of the names of the different months. So, looking at today's topic, the Roman calendar is actually what we use today in many ways, and it's the same month names that the Romans used thousands of years ago. They're all named after Latin words. Historically, the Roman consul Julius Caesar had a big hand in improving the calendar when he went to Egypt and he brought back a guy named Sosigenes, who was a Greek astronomer from Alexandria, and they fixed the previous 12-month but 355-day calendar into 365 and a quarter days to better align with the solar calendar, the way the Earth moves around the sun. And so he did this by adding a few extra days, and he also added a few leap years to make sure that it was aligned. In 1582, Pope Gregory XIII further refined this calendar by adding or removing a leap year every 400 years, which is the system that we use today. So, what are the names of the Roman months? January is named after Janus, the god of beginnings and doors. Now, this is kind of a misnomer because January and February were months that were added later to the calendar, and so January wasn't exactly the first month of the year, but it is now, so it kind of works out retrospectively. February was named after the Latin verb februare, which means to purify, and this was because it was originally the last month of the year when they had lots of purification festivals to get ready for the new year. March was named after Mars, the god of war. April was named after Aphrodite, the goddess of fertility, and some people think it comes from the Etruscan name Apru. May was named after Maya, the earth goddess. June was named after Juno, the goddess of marriage. Her name literally means young one, like the English word junior, derived from Latin junior. July was actually originally called Quintilis, month number 5, when March was the first month, and they renamed it after Julius Caesar because he helped improve the calendar. August, named after Augustus, was originally Sextilis, month number 6, and this was named after the first Roman emperor and also the adopted grandson of Julius Caesar, Augustus. September, October, November, and December were originally months 7th, 8, 9, and 10, after the Latin numbers septem, octo, novem, and decem, and as we saw earlier, these were all moved after they changed the start of the Roman calendar year. There were some alternative Roman names for the months. There were other emperors who thought that they should get to rename months just like Julius Caesar and Augustus, and so you can see some of those here. Obviously, they didn't stick because we don't call September Germanicus. Germanicus happened to be Caligula's father's name, so that's why he wanted to rename September Germanicus. Commodus is especially fun. Here you can see him wearing his lion's cape, just like the mythological hero Hercules, right? And he wanted to rename them after his name, all of his 12 names: Amazonius, Invictus, Felix, Pius, Lucius, Aelius, Aurelius, Commodus, Augustus, Herculeus, Romanus, Exuperatorius. But as we know, that's in sick. So yeah, so make sure you reflect on your learning today, and thank you for completing your lesson. Walete.